Hey guys, Jake here, and today I'm here with week number 5 of the PMC. Apologies for this being really late. Just been super busy with school and stuff, so yeah, but today we were going up against Ground and Gliscor. He's the coach of the Lowland Nidoqueens. His team is extremely threatening, but I'm gonna be a bit more brief with this video because I'm kind of on a crunch for time, but his team consists of Latios, Mega Aggron, Florges, Snorlax, Infernape, Krookodile, Jolteon, Gourgeist, Tornadus-Eye, Meloetta, and Quillfish, and mine still consists of Garchomp, Megalade, Tangrowth, Klefki, Greninja, Thunderous-Eye, Crobat, Mesprit, Vaporeon, Piloswine, and Gigalith. So, first mon on the team is, I believe, Bulk Up Kool-Aid. Also got Life Orb Gren, mixed defensive Piloswine with Roar, Stallbreaker Crobat so I don't lose to Florges, defensive Spikes Klefki, and Subsalic Chomp. So yeah, let's get into right to the game. He brought Aggron, Latios, Krookodile, Quillfish, Meloetta, and Snorlax. So yeah, I'm just going to lead off with my Gallade because it matches up pretty nicely versus everything on his team, and he is off of the Zagron. I'm just going to go for the Bulk Up turn 1 so I can eat something like a Heavy Slam, and I can't do much to him with something like Drain Punch. So, yeah, I just felt like it was my best option. I know it's very possible he can go for Roar on this turn, but, yeah, I felt like it was good. I go for the Bulk Up, as he does indeed go for the Roar, which kind of sucks, but, one sec, just gonna turn the volume down. But I go on to my Klefki, which is fine, because, I can just set up spikes on this thing. Earthquake will do nothing, and, even if he does go for the Earthquake, I can just Magnetize next turn. I felt like I was safe to go for spikes this turn, because, Magnetize is pretty obvious this game, but, yeah, he goes on to a Snorlax. Now I'm just going to go hard into my Piloswine because I do have Roar and I can phase this thing out and just kind of not let it set up too much as he reveals his stockpile, which is pretty cool and also pretty threatening, but I can just roar that way out. And yeah, as he went hard into his Latios, which was an interesting play, but I just threw him out into his Quillfish, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, it's fine, because now I'm just gonna go hard into my Crobat. Because he got roared into his Quillfish, now he gets guaranteed at least a Spike. So, yeah, here I go hard into my Crobat so I can taunt him from setting up multiple. As, he actually just, reveals the Icy Wind on this turn. So, him having the Icy Wind definitely makes me think he's Sugar Berry. Sugar Berry makes a decent amount of sense this game for my Garchomp, for my Piloswine. And, yeah, Shuka Ice Beam's a good, strat for, slowing my, those mons down. But, yeah, here, I'm just gonna go for the Super Fang, because I want something weakened and it's stronger than Brave Bird, but he actually goes hard into his Aggron, which is perfect. Now, I know my taunt in this turn is kind of obvious, but I'm still gonna go for it, because I just don't want rocks getting up this game. They're really annoying, and, they hurt my team a lot. So... yeah, I taunted. He reveals the Avalanche, which is pretty cool. From what I see, he's definitely prepping a lot for Garchomp with all these ice coverage. But here I can just go hard into my Klefki because at this point I realize Snorlax is going to be really hard for me to break if I don't try and set up as many spikes as I can. As he actually doubles into his Krookodile. He does reveal to be Intimidate. But on this turn I'm just gonna go for the Magnetize. I know it's kind of obvious, but I don't want him just doing a ton to me with Earthquake, as he actually just goes for the knockoff, and I lose my leftovers, which kind of sucks. But, I'm just going to start setting up spikes. That damage did reveal that he is an offensive Krookodile, which is good to know, as he goes hard into his Aggron. And I'm just going to get my third layer of spikes up here, which is great. The 3 layers of spikes are great for wearing down the Aggron, the Krookodile, the Snorlax. So, yeah, here he just gets up his rocks. Yeah, I switch out into my Galley because I want something that can immediately pressure this Aggron. Unfortunately, I do have to take Toxic Spice, but my Clucky was walled by aggro, and I had to make that play as he goes for the Roar, which is a good play on his part. Now I'm roared out into his Greninja, into my Greninja. I know that he's probably going to sack this Aggron because Spike's Orb, and I can't really do much more, so I'm just going to finish him off with Dark Pulse on this turn, and Greninja is going to get the first kill of the match. So, yeah, then he goes into his, I forget. Goes down to his Snorlax because it can pretty much take any hit that I want to do to him. And, yeah, I just go hard into my Piloswine because I still do have the Roar to phase him out if he sets up too much. But he just goes for the Whirlwind, I guess, predicting that. So he's also trying to get some chip damage on my mons with Whirlwinds. As I get around to my Klefki, which kind of sucks. Here I just go for the Play Rough because I figured he'd probably go for the Whirlwind, predicting me to go into Piloswine. But I actually missed and he goes for his Stockpile, which kind of sucks. But here I'm really predicting him to go for a Whirlwind, so I'm just going to go for a Play Rough again and get some chip. And any chip on the Snorlax is nice because I'm pretty convinced he is the Gluttony Figgy Berry set. As I get brought into my Greninja, which I'm fine with because after all this chip damage, I actually am in Torrent, and I can do a ton with a Life Orb Hydro Pump. It won't knock him out, but it'll definitely pop his berry, and he will still be pretty low in range of something like 2 Drain Punches from Iceolate, even after the +1 defense boost. But yeah, he's going to get brought up as he goes for the Whirlwind instead of something like a Facade, which is good because I still have this thing as a sack, and I get brought on into my Gallade, which is perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire for Drain Punch here. If he still doesn't have great switch-ins to my Gallade, and yeah, that does a ton. I get all my HP back as he does pull out the Facade. And he's not status, so it's not going to do much. And he also didn't get like an attack boost since it's Stockpile and not Curse. But yeah, here I can just Drain Punch again, and we kill the Snorlax, which is nice because Snorlax was pretty annoying. Yeah, here I believe he brings out his Krookodile. Yes, he does. So now I know that the thing is either Scarf or Choppleberry. I'm leaning towards Choppleberry, but still my play is to stay in and Drain Punch, because if he is Scarf, I knock him out with Drain Punch, and if he's Choppleberry, I can live any one hit and proceed to 2KO him, as I do go for the Drain Punch, as he does stay in and go for the Earthquake. Now I'm going to be brought really low, but my Gallade is still has a purpose. So on this next turn, I'm predict him to go into his Latios because I know he probably should preserve his Krookodile, because it's good against my team. And Latios can pivot into Drain Punches, but he just goes into a Cool Fish as I go for the knockoff. After the Intimidate, that's going to do very little, and he's actually Waconberry, not Sugarberry. I kind of disagree with that prep because, like Thunderbolt from Thunders is still going to destroy it, and Shuka made more sense for Garchomp, but I just go for the Zen Headbutt as he actually gets up another layer of spikes. I actually got a min roll that turn, which sucks because now he gets up a spike. Yeah, now I can just go down to my Crobat because if I go into my Crobat, I speed his whole team, and if he does have a Scarfer, I can find out what that is. It's probably going to be Latios, but confirmation on that is good, and yeah, I get some Black Sludge recovery. I can still come in once after Rocks, as he does bring in his Latios. I'm just gonna sack off my Greninja on this turn, as he actually is gonna go for the Trick, which does reveal to me that he is definitely Choice Scarfed, but because he is Choice Scarfed, I can go into my Garchomp because he's locked into Trick, and I can pick up a kill. He's probably just gonna sack his Krookodile, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just go for the Dragon Claw, as he does bring in his Krookodile, gets the Intimidate off, and he is definitely going to die after all of the spikes. So, yeah, we are up, I believe, 4-2, so things are looking pretty good. But it's definitely not over, because that Meloetta in the back is definitely pretty scary. So, he does bring in his Scarf Latios, I'm just gonna go hard into my Klefki on this turn. If he tricks, it's fine because I can still Thunder Wave slash play Hero Fit. But yeah, he does predict me and go for the trick, which is a good plan on his part. Here I'm just gonna go for the Thunder Wave because I want this thing to paralyze, so I can outspeed it with my Garchomp guaranteed. And yeah, I do, and he's just gonna start firing off Psychics. Yeah, here, I decide to, just, go for the Thunder Wave, because, like, I thought I didn't need Klefki anymore, but here I realized I probably should save Klefki in case Melwood gets out of hands and I can paralyze it, so, I decided to sack on my Crobat. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best decision. I probably should have sacked, Piloswine, but, it's fine because here now I can bring in my Garchomp, go for the Dragon Claw, and knock out this Latios. So yeah, Dragon Claw is just a guaranteed one shot. So yeah, Latios drops, and now he's just got the Meloetta versus my Scarf Klefki, which is very weakened, Piloswine, which is chipped, and my poisoned weakened Garchomp. He goes out into his Meloetta. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. Just trying to get as much damage on this as possible. It's my strongest attack. As that does do a ton, and he's actually Relic Song, so he is the Meloetta Pirouette form. And as you're going to see, he does indeed transform, but he's actually Life Orb. So I'm thinking, oh, I win. I can just sack off my Klefki and it'll die to Life Orb. Woohoo. I win, yay. Oh, by the way, I don't have Ice Shard on Piloswine. So, but he actually goes for the Drain Punch, so he can get HP back. But, as you're gonna see, he dies anyway. Which means we managed to pick up a very close 1-0 victory versus Grounded Gliscor and his Lowland Nidoqueens. Which means we're now 5-0 plus 17 in the PMC. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That was really a fun game. Definitely had to think the late game out pretty hard. The Meloetta Pirouette was pretty fun. But I definitely went back and forth in prep, considering if I wanted to speed creep with my Crobat or not. I ended up deciding against it, but it would have been useful, because I would have just sacked on my Piloswine and then went with Crobat on the spot. But yeah. But yeah, GG to Gliscor. Link in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.